Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs, and today I have a few announcements. There is a brand new Last Chance update in there. Most of the things from the September to December mini are in there. So if this I know is on Last Chance, there's a bunch of the Christmas sets on Last Chance along with the ribbon and the embellishments also. So if you're interested, go over to my website and you can click specials and Last Chance will be in the list for you. All right. My kit is sold out. I still have 2 projects to show you, but I thank you to everyone who bought one and everybody who watches and subscribes to my channel. You really help me a lot. I appreciate that. Again, the Gingerbread Man bundle. Today, my box measures 2 1/4 by 4 by 2. It opens like this, and inside I have a PBA Free Christmas Bulb that you can put M&Ms, whatever you want in there. Okay, these I got from Oriental Trading. They are sold out now. I'm not sure if you can get them anyplace else, but it says right in the description, PBA free, so you don't have to worry about that part. What we need for this project, I already stamped and embossed just the top part of the Gingerbread Man because we're not going to need the whole thing. And I used the smiley face stamp for this one. Onto Pecan Pie Cardstock with Versamark Ink and white embossing powder. We need a piece of garden green cardstock that is 9 by 8.5. I'm using 2 different DSPs of this gingham. This is from the Christmas Tags and More. We need 2 that are 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then the rest of the DSP is from the Traditions of Christmas. All right. So we need 2 pieces that are 2 by 3 3/4 and 2 pieces that are 2 by 1 3/4. Okay. I cut this from using the Spotlight on Nature dies. It's garden green cardstock and it is 2 3/4 inch. Okay. I punched this out of the Traditions of Christmas DSP also. And it is the 2 3/8 inch circle punch that is from. This from Garden Green Cardstock is from the Stylish Shapes dies. And from the rest, I cut, of course, the Gingerbread Man, the hat from Cherry Cobbler, and the squiggly line, which you could kind of put up here if you wanted, for the hat out of basic white. Okay. Let me get my Simply Scored. And we're going to start on the 9 inch side. Score at 2, 4 1/4, 6 1/4, and 8 1/2. Now turn it to the 8 1/2 inch side and score at 2, 6, and 8. Now I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines. Okay, so how we have this is there is 1 1/2 inch rectangle at the top and 1 on this side. Okay, and this is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to start over here, go to that first score line, cut it to the first score line, wedge the square, and then just take about 1/2 inch off the bottom. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line. Wedge this square. And take 1/2 inch off of this bottom. Okay, then go to that last score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up. So that's our bottom. Now turn it so that the 1/2 inch rectangles are over here and on the bottom. Okay, we're going to go to the second score line, cut it to the second score line, and take these 4 pieces off. Okay, and then we're going to wedge up on this 1/2-inch rectangle there. Okay, go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, take off that rectangle, wedge the square, oops, and then take like a 1/2 inch off. Okay, go to that last score line, cut it to the second score line, take off the bottom rectangle, and wedge the square, and take off a 1/2. Now I just take off a 1/2 just for the little, to have a little less bulk around, because we don't really need that. Okay, now we're going to turn it up again. Your 1/2-inch rectangles are here and here, and we're going to round this one with the corner rounder. And that's what your cardstock should look like when you're done. Okay, now we need some tear-in tape, and we're going to put it on the side 1/2-inch rectangle next to the score line, and then take the backing off. Now flip over your entire piece. Now this is the inside of your box. Fold over the side with the tape, and then the other side to meet it. All right, and this is our back where a little flap will go in, and the seam is. So put down your sides, and you're going to close the back flap first. All right, and that's our box. Now we need our DSP. And from these 2 big ones, the skinnier one is going to go on the side of the box, which is skinnier, just by a 1/4 inch than the front. All right, so this is our flap. You're going to put the cherry cobbler ones on the front and the back. These 2 on the sides, and these 2 on the front, top and bottom. Okay, now let's let that dry, and let's do the rest of our work. Okay, now this is from the Traditions of Christmas DSP. It is from the 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and let's take, well, first let's put our hat onto our Gingerbread Man. And then the squiggly lines. We're going to put it with this, the little pieces of the hat sticking up just slightly, maybe that top one. All right, and center it good. Then flip it over and take your scissors and cut the part of the Gingerbread Man that we don't need right off. Okay, I'm just going to smooth them a little. I was a little bit jagged. Okay. And then I'm going to glue him right onto there. I'm just going to match up his bottom line onto there. Okay, then we're just going to glue them onto the garden green 2 3/4 inch circle using the Spotlight on Nature dies. And I'm going to glue this right in the middle. All right, there you have them. Okay, now we need our sentiment label and some Versamark ink. And I'm going to stamp Season's Eatings right on there with the Versamark ink. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with white embossing powder and shake off the excess. Now I'm going to heat it up. Okay, now we need our box, and I'm going to attach it about 1/8 of an inch up from the bottom of the DSP. Make sure this is the front, and it fits this box just right. Okay, now we need some dimensionals for the back of our circles. And we're going to put this right above that. Alright, I'm going to tie a bow with some cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. And I will tie the bow and put it in your package. Alright. Now I'm going to put a glue dot and some liquid glue on the back. I'm going to put it right on his neck so that we don't need the scarf or anything. We're just putting a nice bow on him. I'm going to trim these up a bit. Okay. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, my email is below, along with the links to my Stampin' Up shop, which has new last chance products, and my blog and Facebook group. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.